This is our number one thing. What's critical for you to resolve in your life right now? And this is your life. It could be within you. It could be external. It could be internal, but it has to be somewhere within you or external of you, but it has to be connected with you. What would be that one thing? So normally, if I ask someone to do this, I'll ask them to read the chapters and see which, tell me in the book from reading it, or choose 2 chapters and read it and see, you know, what resonates with you. What I'm doing, if you look at, tell me the 2 chapters that you find most resonate with you. So, chapter 1 in Knowledge Cube book speaks about your passion. How can I help you as a coach find passion, you know, or reignite that passion you once had. It might be a dream, it might be a goal, it might be an aspiration you have, right? So I share my experience with you, my experience in finding my own passion, and I extend that to speak about the power of passion. What are you passionate about? So I'm asking you that question, so I'm challenging you. At the end of each chapter, you have an area. I suggest you use pencils so that you could erase it, or you get separate sheets, write the questions down, so you could actually use it as a workbook for reflective notes. So identify one message I received from this chapter. So something that speaks to you, something that resonates with you. You write that down. And how does this make you feel? And the other questions. So you have a series of questions there. You know, who will you speak to assist you? You have me to speak with. You know, as a coach, as a mentor, you could come back to me and say, this is what's happening here. And what actions can you take right now? You know, so you use this, let it speak to you, and you communicate with it. Use a book. Yeah? The book is like a coaching mechanism. It's like a tool, so you could use it. So mentoring, if you say for example, you want to find your passion, yeah, and you told me, let's just say you wanted to write a book. I said, okay, so I have already written a book. So when you're mentoring, it's kind of like you're mimicking that person or what they do. So I could guide you, and I always qualify people this way, where I don't want to mentor you in something that I myself don't know how to achieve or haven't achieved myself. So if you wanted to drive a vehicle up to a lorry, if you wanted to learn how to do that, if you wanted to write a book, like I said, if you wanted to do something that I have experience in, I can mentor you, because what I'm doing is almost like I'm holding your hand, guiding you. I'm guiding you along the way, right? But I'm guiding you based on my own experience as well. Now, what's happening when somebody mentoring you is that you are becoming the mentee. So you're looking up at that person as a role model, as an influencer, as someone you might want to become more like, not try to become, because if you try to become that person, you'll get lost. Yeah. However, coaching, I could learn the skill. So maybe I don't have a license to drive a truck, but I know how. I learned the skill. I could drive a car, I know how to drive a truck. And you want to drive a truck, I could coach you into the mechanics and the different bits and pieces, but I have to go and learn those things in order to coach you, or I would not be doing you justice, right? So I may not be the expertise there. So it's kind of like teaching again, right? Some of the teachers are really coaches. They're learning the stuff and they pass it on to you based on what is required of you. So if you want to learn to drive, yeah, your dad could coach you because he knows how to drive, right? He could mentor you as well, but you may not want to become like him in terms of driving. He might be driving a bit too rough or too rugged or that kind of stuff, but he could still coach you because he knows the stuff. Yeah? You have me as a coach, right? I'm a transitional coach. I'm a coach within the Knowledge Cube community. The company itself, it does coaching and mentoring. So there's about 7 different things there happening there. Struggling on something, hey, how do I do this? How do I get past this? I'm struggling with my teacher. How do I speak with him? I could mentor you, I could help you because I know how to deal with behaviors, or with relationships, with communication. I could mentor you and ask